Episode 4 of The Boys, Season 4, now out. Let's talk about it. Okay, so the newest episode is now out on Amazon Prime for you guys to go and check out for The Boys, and oh my word. What a bonkers episode, man. There is so much that happened in this episode. It blew your mind. It was disgusting. It was insanity. It was awesome. Like, dude, I think I felt every single emotion possible in this whole entire episode. So, let's strap in. Let's get to it. So, the first thing I want to talk about is Homelander. Freaking Homelander, man. This guy, he's my favorite character in the show. Not because he's a murderous person or anything like that. Don't believe in all that. I love him as a character because he's so well written. And this episode alone, he goes back to where he was born. So we get to understand a bit more of some of the stuff that happened to him, the traumatic stuff that happened, that turned him into who he is today. When he goes back there, I don't think I've ever come across a character in TV history where I'm sitting there and I have no idea what he's going to do, but I know it's not going to be good. I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, Homelander is about to do some insane stuff. And the stuff that he did, one of them I did not expect. So, obviously when he was a kid, he was put in like this oven and they were torching his skin to see if it burned and that. Obviously it didn't, but it still hurt him. So he makes one dude go and does that. Then he talks about this one where he got caught masturbating. What he does to this guy is just insane. And Anthony Starr, oh my word. Dude, that performance in that whole entire moment where he's sitting there, just, the villain inside of him came out, man. It was just bone-chilling. Bone-chilling, man. This whole stuff with Homelander is just bone-chilling. So what he does to him is just crazy. And then we get the ending where he's in that room and he explains about the room that's there. And there's just blood everywhere. And he's going up the elevator and we get that scene where he's up the elevator. He's got blood all over him. Man is unhinged. Unpredictable. Such a good villain. So good. And that whole stuff was crazy, man. Completely and utterly crazy. Another crazy thing that happened in this episode was the Deep comes in to meet Sister Sage. And we obviously know that they had a thing in that. So she then explains about her brain and how it can't be killed. It, like, you stab her in the brain, it just regenerates. It comes back. It regrows. But you stab her in the heart, she dies. She now asks the Deep to perform one of the most insanity surgery things you could ever do. The front lobal laboratory thing. Where they stick it through there and then they hit it with the hammer. Hit the metal thing with the hammer and, like, basically kill who you are. She asked him to do that. And even the Deep's like, I'm down for a lot of things, but this, I think this might be a bit too far for me. But then obviously she says to him, like, I'll let you, do me in the behind hole. And he's like, okay, well, how am I doing this? So I thought that was hilarious. But dude, you watch the whole thing happen. You watch it go in her eye, him hammer. Oh, it's gross, man. I was sitting there and I was, man, it's just one of those scenes in The Boys where I was kind of like squirmish. Not throw up squirmish, but because I could feel the pain and feel it. And I was just like, anything to do with the eyes is just, gives me the heebie-jeebies, man. I'll tell you that. But that was insane. Firecracker and Starlight in this episode. Oh my word. Dude, Firecracker is becoming one of these characters where you're like, you love her, but you absolutely hate her at the same time. So Butcher and M go up to her with a thing that they uncovered about her sleeping with someone underage. And he's holding it. He's like, I'm going to hit this tweet button unless you give us Sage's whole entire plan. Dude, the balls on Firecracker. What she does, man, is just like, she goes, I'll send it myself, and presses the freaking button and sends it, and then goes back out on live TV and, like, confesses to it, and then says, oh no, and turns it on its whole head, saying that this was a thing that saved her, that put her on. Talk about ultimate villain arc, bro. She is turning it as if it's like something great. It's insane. So Starlight then goes, after she reveals that Starlight was pregnant and had an abortion, Starlight goes in there and they have a freaking fight, man. And Starlight whoops her on live TV. It's freaking insane. So that was great action sequence. Then we had the stuff with Huey and his dad trying to figure what's going on there. So he goes and asks A-Train to get some Compound V to save his life. And then he's like, no, me and you are all good now. We're all that. But then we get that moment at the end where he's there. Huey's there with his dad. His dad's like, basically, he's going to die. And then something strange happens where he starts twitching and that. Does the mother have powers? That's the question. Because it sort of seemed like she had some powers where she was doing this and she was restarting his heart or something like that. I don't know. Unless it's an imposter. Maybe it's not his mother. Maybe it's someone, that can transform to it. I don't know. But it seems like whoever, if it is his mother or if it isn't, has the power to do this. Because I don't think Huey I don't remember seeing him do it. I know he was thinking about putting the Compound V in, but he didn't do it. So I'm interested to see where that goes. Then you also have the stuff with Butcher as well. What's going on with him? He gets into this insane fight with the guy that can shoot his arms really, really long. And something happens. He blacks out. The worm thing in him is causing him trouble and that. But then it goes into his brain or something like that. I don't know where it went, but we could see it in his face. Next thing you know, he blacks out. And then the guy's just exploded into bits everywhere else. So we now know he took Compound V as well to try and stop the tumor from growing. So does he have powers? It looks like he does, but there's a catch to it. I'm interested to see what they do with that stuff. And then obviously we have, I believe it's Frenchie as well, who finally confesses that it was him that killed that guy's family. Because that guy, he was there when it all happened. And he said that he noticed that the killer, dude, Frenchie killed some pretty, it's pretty bad what he did. So that he saw the marking, the scars on his ankle and that. But this is what I love about The Boys. There is no good guys in The Boys. There's no black and white. There's no good and evil. It's just, these are people that are all messed up, that have done bad things. There's no true heroes. There's no one that's truly good. Everyone has done something bad. And I think that makes for a much more challenging and a much more interesting story and characters. Because it's like, well, who's the good guy? Who's not the good guy? Because they're all evil. They've all done bad stuff. And I love that about it. I love that about the show, is how they do that and how they convey that. So this episode was absolutely incredible. The performances are great. It's just everything, man. This is what The Boys is all about. Now, bring on episode 5 for me. I want to know what's going to happen with Starlight. I want to know what's going to happen with Firecracker. What's going to happen with Sister Sage and the Deep. A-Train, dude, A-Train is really looking like he's going to get, booted off very, very soon. Homelander, oh man, that stuff. The stuff with Butcher, just everything, man. I need episode 5 now. So let me know what you guys thought of episode 4. Did you guys enjoy it? Smash down the comment section below. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.